Every night in Ripon Market Square at precisely 9 p.m, a horn sounds as part of an ancient tradition. To ensure this ceremony continues, Ripon City Council is recruiting a new hornblower.
We have 3 hornblowers. We actually have a vacancy for one at the moment. But every night the tradition is that the horn is blown on the 4 corners of the obelisk on the market square. And this has been going for centuries. And after the hornblower has done this, they usually gather a lot of tourists because there's a lot of history with the hornblower, and the hornblowers are really good at relating the history and making it quite an experience for the tourists.
So, Madam Mayor, good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Hornblower. After he's blown the horn and spoken with the tourist, the tradition is that they go to the Mayor of the Day's home and they blow the horn 3 times to the Mayor at their home and tell them that the watch is set.
Madam Mayor, the watch is set.
Thank you, Mr. Hornblower.
Thank you, ma'am. Good night.
Good night.
Are you always sort of twitching through your curtains, waiting for the hornblower to come and blow at 9 o'clock? or are you sometimes on the loo?
I'm looking over at Wayne, who's one of the hornblowers. I have 2 dogs. And believe me, they don't get up to my home usually till about 20 past, 25 past 9, and it has been known to be 9:45. And my dogs seem to have a sense that they're coming. And then they start listening, their ears are pricking up, and then there'll be a little woof. But as soon as they hear the car, and they seem to know, they'll jump off wherever they are, they will start barking, they nearly go hysterical, and I have to try get them out of the room before the hornblower actually gets his horn out of the car to come and blow it. They really go hysterical.
One of the team of blowers gave us a quick summary of the history of the horn blowing ceremony.
Okay, so it dates back centuries, a very long time indeed, and the city has always been associated with horns ever since the Saxon times, and it dates back to when the Ripon was managed by a wakeman, who was the night watchman of the city, and he had a horn to sound to the people that he was on duty, and that's how the tradition started. He sounded a blast at each corner of the obelisk in the market stead to sound to the city folk that he was on duty, keeping watch over the city, and that's how the tradition started and has carried on ever since.
This is the horn that could be yours, and if you fancy applying, Wayne has some advice.
As an individual, you need to make sure that you're able to look the part in the uniform. Doesn't have to be a man either, it can be a woman. So look the part in the uniform. Be able to blow a horn is quite important, but also be able to remember a lot of the history, because that really is the hard part, is memorising the history and being able to relate that to whoever comes to see it.
Jim wasn't prepared to tell us what his best horn blowing stories were.
Oh, there's so many. I'm trying to write a book, but they're usually stories for over a pint in the pub when we're not in uniform.
But he would tell us what his favourite part is.
Having a glass afterwards.